Today's podcast episode is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
I don't have time to even let the logo pop up. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined today by my colleague, Derek, a.k.a. D, b.k.a. your boy D, whatever you want to call him.
What up? What up?
It's been far, far too long. I was going to come on here and do a song. I was going to either sing like Mace, Welcome Back. Maybe we're going to sing a little Welcome Back, Mr. Cotter. Or maybe we're going to do the Eric Bischoff, the I'm back. And I'm better than ever. Speaking of Eric Bischoff, we got a little Eric Bischoff tonight. So, you guys are probably wondering what's been going on with Everything Pro Wrestling. Where has this man been and what has just been going on? Well, we'll get into some of that. First and foremost, my father passed away. So, that's what made me take all the time off. I had to take time off to help him. He was dealing with several different things. And he just passed away, so rest in peace to my dad.
Yep.
I plan on just dedicating a lot of the shows going forward to him. I'm going to do my best to try to review pay-per-views on the weekends. If I cannot, I will try to talk about them on the show if they're still relevant at the time. Like I said, this show is about you guys, so you guys are going to control what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about. It's going to be about you. The other plan is right now, we'll do the AEW shows on Wednesday, but on Tuesdays, I think I'm going to start doing a show that will encompass, maybe it'll be about WWE, maybe it'll be about New Japan, maybe NWA, maybe Impact, maybe an indie show. It could be anything, and that will be when we can have other things happening possibly. Maybe we'll talk about something in the news that's coming up. Different things like that. That will be coming in the future. Give me time. I got to make sure that all this can work. And I'm going to be transitioning out of this room finally into a different room. So lots of things on the horizon for EPW. Be patient with me. That's all that I ask. Please. And I'm glad to be back. This was kind of a last minute thing. Derek knows, literally last night I was like, yo, we're coming back. It was 10 o'clock. He was like, all right, bet, let's do this.
Yep. It was time.
Right? Let's see who we got in the chat here. We got B-Boy Skyline joining us. What's good, Jordan? We got Ace's World. What's happening, Ace? Thank you. One of the best mods in the world. My man, Jesus De Leon. What is going on, Jesus? I know you saw your boy Platinum Max out there. The Acclaim. Let's see. Jocelyn said, missed you guys. Jocelyn, thank you so much.
Hey.
I appreciate that, Jocelyn. Connor, you're the man, brother. Thank you for reaching out to me, too, yesterday. Connor was one of the first people who said something. As soon as I put up that we were having the show, Connor was right here, man. Thank you, Rob. Hashtag BigCon forever. Yeah, don't get me crying on the stream, man. All right, I'm already sweating. Don't have the tears and the salt mixing together. But we're here to talk a little AEW. If you guys haven't, make sure you share the stream right now. Let people know that you're watching it. Whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, wherever it may be, check it out, man. We're just here to talk a little bit of pro wrestling. And honestly, I did a really bad job with sending out the links tonight. You know why? Because I was actually interested in the show. I was invested in it. So we had a lot of fun, though, just watching it tonight, I felt. Let's get into it, unless you have something you'd like to start off with, Derek.
No, let's get cooking.
All right, folks. Let's talk AEW Dynamite. This is the go-home show to AEW Revolution.
Wait, time out. We have to hit, excuse me if I say this wrong, Zero Fear 94. Thank you for coming in. Not this your first show with us. You're gonna love it.
Zero fear. I want to hear from you in the chat, man. We're going to be talking about anything and everything that's been happening in the wrestling world. So if this is your first time here, and let's just say you enjoy this, do us a favor. Come on in, bust it out, and you guys can come on in, hit the like button. Helps us in the YouTube algorithm. I know people get sick of hearing that. What also helps is hitting that subscribe button that pops up. You click the subscribe button, and if you really like us, we go live all the time. Hit that bell, and you guys will be notified anytime we go live. And if you watch this after the fact on YouTube, it will be in the comments. Be in the comments down below. I will pin some really good ones if you got something great to say about the show. Hell, if it's funny, I will pin the comments. Let me know. Also, we are still on Anchor. You can catch us now everywhere. By the way, if you didn't know, we're on Pandora now. If you type in everything pro wrestling, the podcast is on Pandora. So we've been making some moves while we were gone too. It wasn't all just, oh, he's not doing anything. Oh no, there was some work taking place too. So do me a favor, go on, find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you can, and show us some love. Also, big shout out to the Pro Wrestling Shoot Podcast, Everything College Basketball. These guys were all holding it down for me. Anybody who reached out with kind words to me when I was gone, thank you. Enough about this. Enough about the jibber jabber. And zero fear, if you like this, your name will pop up coming across this too if you subscribe, just in case you wanted to see your name in here. What's going on? Malik's in the chat as well. Shout out to Narcolepsy Boy 94. Give him a follow on TikTok. That's my man, part of the Six Pack. I appreciate you. Let's get to talking here. Let's talk some pro wrestling. The opening contest tonight for the go-home show to AEW Revolution, Derek. We had Cody and Red Velvet versus Jade and your boy Shaq.
Shaq Fu?
He wasn't looking like Shaq Fu tonight. He was looking more like Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille.
Hoops.
Hey, yo, Hoops.
What's going on?
You know what time it is.
Shaq actually came out. He had a presence to him. He looked goofy a little bit at times to me, but I think that's just Shaq's persona.
But you know what though? I applaud him for coming in and taking a step, even though he's done it before, but still someone who is not coordinated in this kind of sport, to come out and still perform and still able to entertain everybody that's watching.
Right.
So I appreciate him coming out.
Yeah, Shaq definitely, he was something different tonight. And I know some people, how do you feel about the celebrity performing in wrestling? Like, who's your favorite celebrity that's ever been involved in wrestling to where you were like, yo, that works. I like that.
Oh, that's tough, man.
I know it's not like a easy thing. Do you have a favorite? Like, see, my favorite of all time is probably Mike Tyson, like 98 when he came in with Austin DX. That was really great for that time period.
Actually, you know what? I would say Shaq, just because I got hyped when it was him and the Big Show at that.
Oh, on Monday Night Raw the one time.
Yeah, so I actually got hyped by that. So I'm actually hyped to see Big Show or Shaq.
Yes, he said it. He said he was hyped to see the Big Show. Robert, cut it and save this for the podcast. I'm going to use that. I was hyped to see the Big Show.
That's when I actually liked the Big Show.
Right? Chat, tell me what you guys thought of this match, and we'll bring it up after the fact. But in this match, you had Cody, a veteran. I think Cody did a really good job handling himself in this. Great media call today with Cody, by the way. I was on that. I just couldn't ask any questions due to working. But it was, and shout out to Kyle Masters who got his question answered from the All Elite podcast. Tiffany showing you guys some love. Very, very different, man. Cody did well in this. I think Shaq's presence, Shaq took this more serious than I thought he did. Like, he did very well for this.
Yeah, so if you go back to when he was on WWE, he seemed uncoordinated, didn't know what to do. But then on this, he knew what to do.
Cats get better after a while too, though. It's not like you're just going to be out there like, oh, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Well, no, that's the thing. But like I say it just because when was the last time we saw him on a wrestling show? Back then.
This is true.
So for him to go from that show to this show, from that performance to this performance, that's a huge jump.
Yeah, I was more worried about the ladies in this one. Red Velvet,
Yes.
I've only seen her on Dark, really. She's done well from what I've seen of her on Dark, but Jade, I knew nothing about Jade. I've never seen Jade wrestle. I only heard that she had a tryout with NXT. She didn't make it. She came over to AEW. I don't know what that means, so I didn't know what to expect from her.
Right.
But I get it, man. I get it. Hey, what's going on, Sick? Good to see you in here as well, my brother. Thank you. Y'all tripping with the Derek order.
We back.
So in this match, Shaq did the usual stuff with Cody. He shoved him. He basically played the role of Kevin Nash in this. Like Kevin Nash's Diesel. It works for the big guy. You don't have to do too much. He can shove him. He gave him some hellacious chops. Big hands, chops, it just works.
Chop burger.
Cody's chest probably was after the fact. Jade came in. Jade did lots of taunting, whether it was stirring someone's bitch ass up.
Yeah.
Bitch ass. Oh, you guys weren't there for that. When JR said that, bro, that was a running joke for like a week with us. Bitch ass. What the hell's a bitch ass?
Yeah.
Jade did lots of taunting in this one, though. The push-ups, everything else. Red Velvet, she ended up just having her leg become the focus of the match. They did pretty well with this. At one point, Shaq got in the ring and powerbombed Cody.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, Shaq, that's why Kevin Nash, bro, knees into the corner, the chops, the shoves, powerbomb, played it safe. Eventually, though, the only thing that was my phone. The only thing that bothered me in this matchup was the how the referee acted like he didn't know what was going on the outside of the match. So, how do I want to put this? The referee played his part, and then we saw tables being set up, and I'm like, yo, what's Bryce Remsburg doing? Like, wouldn't you stop people from this? Some shit was just becoming too obvious, and the cues seemed a little off.
Yeah.
But I will say this match it was way better than it had any reason to be, if that makes sense.
I was not expecting this match to be the way that it was, but I am very pleasantly surprised to see how it came out and how it turned out. Definitely Bryce needs to go back to school.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that the wrestlers might have missed their cues, because at points he seemed like he was supposed to be distracted, but it's just like, yo, are they done? Like, Red Velvet couldn't pick up the table.
Okay.
I'm like, dude. And Arn's sitting there watching her. I'm like, Arn, do something.
True.
QT ended up interfering eventually to helping, so I get it. They set up some of the spots for it, and when we started looking at all of this, it was different, it was fun, and eventually they set up those tables, and it was led to a spot where Cody runs in. Cody jumps over with Shaq, and they go through the tables. Yo, Shaq fell like a ton of bricks through those tables, bro. It was one of the funniest breaks. Somebody said Shaq did the ref bump. He just laid out there after he was done. Cody was down. Eventually, though, this led to Red Velvet and Jade getting in the ring, and Jade hits the glam slam on Red Velvet. 1, 2, 3. Jade gets to show her power and dominance, and Red Velvet takes the L. I thought this was a fun match, though, overall.
It was. I wasn't looking forward to this match, from the build-up. I'm like, I don't like this at all. But they had proved me wrong. This was good for me. I enjoyed it.
So it was a pass. Can we say that? Is it fair to say in your book it was a pass?
Yes. And my book is very, very difficult to pass.
Oh, we know. We know. Derek is the casual wrestling fan more so, I would say, but Derek is definitely someone with the high standards as a fan. I want to see what the chat is saying here for us. We're going to go back up here. I'll start here with Zero Fear. He said the ladies were awesome tonight, especially in the opening match. Zero Fear was a big fan of Jade and Red Velvet. I like to hear that. Narcolepsy Boy said, I was super entertained with Shaq tonight. I always said that he would be super entertaining if he came into the world of pro wrestling. I will say this, and me and Malik talk about all this stuff all the time when it comes to pro wrestling. Shaquille O'Neal is a superstar. He knows how to act. He was bigger than the NBA. That's why he was a star, I think, to the point to where people could get behind him.
Right.
Definitely somebody great.
Shazam.
Kazam. What about Steel?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about Steel. That was don't watch that, please.
Yo, Steel was horrible.
I didn't like that movie, but it's so funny to bring it up. I was a big Kazam fan though.
Yeah. Kazam wasn't. It was good, but it wasn't like. It was one of those like early
90s
movies. If we were
younger, I think we would appreciate it more. It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
It could have been way worse. Let's see here. B-Boy Skyline mentioned David Arquette. David Arquette has actually turned into a great wrestler. I feel bad that he gets trashed on sometimes for his WCW run a little bit.
Is he?
Yeah. He still wrestles now.
I haven't seen him.
Oh, there's a documentary about it. We should make Derek watch that and review that, shouldn't we? Watch David Arquette. It's actually a really good doc on him. Zero Fear says the guy from Arrow did well, too. Stephen Amell was great.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Steven, I forgot about Steven.
He wrestled at All In. I think Christopher Daniels, he's wrestled, too. Yeah, he's great, though. Floyd Mayweather, for me, Malik says, I thought that he had the best celebrity match of all time. I do like that match with Big Show, and I thought it was very well done in how they pulled it off. And most people probably don't remember. I remember the dirt sheets the day it came out saying that they thought that match was going to stink up the joint. I thought it was one of the better parts of Mania that year. PR Nightmare, what's going on? Nelson, I'm sorry I missed you, brother. What's happening? Six said, I'll never make a joke about a wrestler I don't want AEW actually coming into AEW again. Well, we'll get to that. Let's see. Jocelyn says, Jade was good. She has room to improve. It seemed like Red Velvet watered down her in-ring ability to spotlight Jade. Jocelyn, you're not wrong with that, actually. That's a pretty good way to look at this.
Yeah, that's a really good analysis right there.
Especially if you watch like Dark a lot, you would notice this. Ace said Red Velvet got glam slammed by Jade. Cody took those chops. Jocelyn said, wow, see that, Derek? He just ignored me after I did the whole Mr. Kennedy for him. Whatever, Conrad. I'm sorry, bro. I wasn't looking at the chat. I'm a little behind still. I'm trying to catch up with the times. AEW has the worst officiating in the business. You're not wrong, Rob. The biggest complaint about this match is the ref and the camera positioning. How do you miss almost super ass spear? How do you miss a whole ass spear spot? I think they took too long on that spot, Sick. Yeah. I was saying that when I was watching it. Stood up past my work bedtime for this and no love. No, I apologize, good sir. I'm sorry.
And to touch on what Rob said, AEW officiating is bad until we get to my boy Mark Wahlberg.
Stop. Derek has all these names for the refs that aren't their names. Done. Mark Wahlberg. Who was Bryce Remsburg?
No, I didn't do Bryce.
No, you said he was that guy from the one movie.
Which one?
I can't even think of it. You'll remember. It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Nobody's worse than the Bucks ref, though. Terrible. Shaq was out of breath after that power bomb. Watching the clip from Shaq falling through the table was like timber. Jocelyn. The tables literally exploded. Big respect to Shaq Diesel. I have not heard anybody call him Shaq Diesel in a while, Rob. Fan of Jade and Red Velvet. I love that Brody tribute Shaq did before the power bomb, too. Me, too. That was dope. Hey, don't hate on Steel. Still love that movie, or still have that movie. Listen, Steel was all right. It was just, it's not my favorite of the Shaq movies. I'm more of a Kazam guy. B-Boy Skyline said I like Steel. Jesus said Rana debut at WrestleMania. I F with it. I respect it. John L. Jackson, what's good? I miss you guys. I haven't seen you. Yes. Welcome back, you guys. We missed you. Thanks, Lauren. Thank you. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate it. Jono, I went through everything in the beginning for why I was out with my pops and everything. He passed away. So I appreciate you guys coming in, though, and showing the love. Let's move on here to the next match. Tony Schiavone, timeout. We got to talk about this. Funny ass moment. So Tony Schiavone goes up afterwards, and Shaquille O'Neal is getting put in an ambulance because this motherfucker was probably out of breath, something. So they're trying to put Shaq in the ambulance, but his feet are too damn big because they're hanging out. He wears like a size 22E or something crazy like that. And his feet are hanging out, and dude, they put Shaq in the ambulance, and before they close it, Tony Schiavone's trying to get a word. I don't know why the hell, if somebody needs like medical attention, why would Tony Schiavone try to interview them? They eventually open up the door, and poof, Shaq's gone. Who didn't see a 7-foot man run up out of an ambulance? And the guy in there is looking stupid, like, I don't know what happened. Fired.
We're out of here. That's cool.
Right? Sick just wrote, I am Kazam. Grown-ups too. Doug, what is going on, Doug? Doug, you're missed. Don't talk about you miss seeing our faces. We missed you, Doug. You're the man, brother. So Pac and Phoenix take on John Skyler, and I think the other person's name was D3. It doesn't matter because it was a squash match. Pac hits a 450. Phoenix hits a driver. 1, 2, 3. Skyler stays down for the pin. Your boys, they were looking pretty tough in this match.
Yeah. I can't wait till they all get back with each other.
Revolution. They should all be back.
Okay.
They're going to all... Well, Pentagon's in a separate match from them, but they've been having Pac and Phoenix team up, and I kind of like that team.
You think Pentagon is hitting the cusp?
He's coming back from injury. I think they're just trying to keep things feng shui a little bit here.
Gotcha,
but
Doug. He's
coming back in a ladder match. Dimitri, what's going on, Dimitri? Thank you so much for joining us, brother. I appreciate you coming on in. Let's kick it to Jericho and MJF. They had a segment on here tonight talking that schmack. What are you laughing at?
They ain't have to do my man like that.
What, last week you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about tonight.
Who?
They ain't have to do Conrad Thompson like that, bro.
You're wrong, bro. You're wrong for that. So Jericho and MJF come out. Chris Jericho is bragging. He is braggadocious. Did you know Chris Jericho is a 7-time tag team champion? He's been a tag team champion with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Check out Young Rock. Been watching it every week so far. Not a bad show.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's 30 minutes. You can't really go wrong with a 30-minute show. Also, he was tag team champions with Derek's favorite, Jericho. Don't gift that anybody. So the Jericho team, and eventually they start getting questions. I think they had a lot of people. I can't remember where the first one came from, if it was Sportskeeda or Barstool Sports. There were a bunch of Barstool Sports people there, I guess, then, because there were 2 of them. But Conrad Thompson comes in. He's been interviewed on the podcast. Check out my podcast archives. This is back when it was audio only, but I did do an interview with Conrad Thompson. And he asked the question, will Sammy Guevara be allowed back in the inner circle? And MJF goes off and he says, be quiet, turkey tits. Why does he always have to disrespect Conrad Thompson like that?
Conrad Thompson's my boy, man. You ain't have to do him like that, MJF. Like
dirty. You know what? Jocelyn said this whole segment was bad, he thinks. Sick. Hold on, I have to bring this up. Yo, speaking of Shaq's big feet, remember that scene in Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, with the foot and rubbing oil? Peace, bro. Peace. The Deuce Bigalow movies were too much.
Yeah, they were.
B-Boy Skyline is talking about Sammy Guevara.
Spanish God.
Hubbard, Wrestling Weekly in the house. Sean Hubbard, what is going on? Make sure you guys check out his channel if you are a fan of combat sports, MMA, boxing, pro wrestling. Sean's got you covered as well. I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you so much for that. Doug, thank you for putting
Don't do me like that, Doug.
Jocelyn says Sammy has time off. Facts. And Connor is laughing at the turkey tits comment. I can't believe I'm allowed to say that on a podcast. This is great.
It's your podcast, bro.
This is a fact, but turkey tits?
I mean, is it really disrespecting somebody?
It's Conrad Thompson.
It's metaphorically speaking.
True. Now, Santana comes out and starts talking crap on Papa Buck. Papa Buck got his ass whooped last week. He smeared jelly donut all over the back of the AEW, what do you want to call those? The merch vehicles or whatever. I don't know what's in those. Maybe it's the rings for the Bucks. I can't remember what they said, but jelly donut smeared everywhere. Steven Seagal's down. He's bleeding. It just doesn't look good, man. Papa Buck looks like Steven Seagal. I said it, all right? Hard to kill. Just say any 3 words and it's a Steven Seagal movie.
Yep.
Under Siege 2.
It's a rainy day.
But Eric Bischoff comes out there. That was for Brandon if he's listening to this. Eric Bischoff comes out asking about, is it a wise idea to make the Young Bucks mad? And Chris Jericho looks at him like, you idiot. And they kind of start getting into it with their past history. And prompt super kick party. The Bucks come out and they're kind of being serious and they're pissed off talking about their father. I respect it. I like what they tried to do here, giving the Bucks a more serious kind of facelift, I guess, because sometimes the Bucks aren't too serious.
Yeah.
You get 50-50 with them. So they eventually come out and they're talking all this stuff about their dad. MJF had some Jim Cornette lines about them previously, and they are going back and forth about this. Eventually, afterwards, they give this speech. A super kick party breaks out, and there is a brawl. They're outnumbered by everyone else in the inner circle, from Santana and Ortiz, Wardlow. They're all out there trying to put the beat down. Here comes Cutler, AEW officials. It's a melee throughout all of this. Anderson and Gallows come out. They help them set up tables, and they put Santana and Ortiz through tables to set up their big match. Okay. How are you feeling about this? Jocelyn said it was a snore fest for her.
I think it. I wouldn't say. In my opinion, I feel like it kind of it died down from the beginning. Like it started out hot, and then it was just like, boom. It's like kind of fell off a cliff for me. I'm like, the energy felt like it disappeared.
Right.
So,
I think it could have been better. I think I didn't like the portion of it with the questions and everything.
Yeah.
That didn't really, I don't know. It felt off a little bit for certain parts of it, but whatever. I'm interested. I want to see what the final thing is going to happen with this story. I feel like MJF and Jericho's been dragged out long enough. Let's get to what this is going to be now at this point.
Let's get it to the part where MJF is trying to push him out.
Right. Conrad Thompson is the second best Conrad in podcasting. Connor, you are right, my friend. Thank you. B-Boy Scott said, Rob, where is the meme? Chill. Ace World, where's FTR's rematch for those titles? I think it's coming eventually. I think they're going to have to get into the number one contendership spot. And speaking of my friends at Everything College Basketball, they come in. Holla. Well, they said holla, holla, but we're going to say holla if you hear me for Big Papa Pump.
Holla!
If you hear me.
Big Papa Pump!
Samoa Joe got 33. Let me stop. Executive decision. Only Steven Seagal movie. I know he was a bigger name. Yeah, Steven Seagal's the man. Jocelyn, I saw you put that it was strawberry Concord jelly. I'm not mad at it. One time, because it's been a while. What's good, though, everybody? Thank you for joining us in here. I appreciate the love. We get a little Moxley Omega video package hype. I'm glad they didn't show these two tonight.
Yeah.
They didn't really need to be on the show. And we'll get more into their match, because at the end, me and Derek are going to kind of give quick predictions on this, since I didn't get to host a roundtable like I usually do on this one. We're going to kind of just give our predictions on things, and we'll talk about it at the end real quick for AEW.
Yep.
But how are you feeling going into this matchup here with Moxley, Omega? Is the feud still big? I mean, like...
feud is huge. For me, it's huge.
Why so? Is it just because... Do you feel Moxley care? Remember when we were first talking about this, like when all this pandemic stuff happened, Moxley, some people wondered, like, would he be able to carry on? I even doubted for a little bit. I'm like, dude, this sucks. He's got to be champion during this time period. But I thought he carried himself very well.
He did. He definitely carried himself extremely well. I don't know. These two, for some reason, like, now correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that they've been face to face, like, in this company or wrestling period, right?
No. Well, they wrestled each other when we did the what was that, Winter is Coming special. That's when Kenny took the belt from him.
No. I mean, like anytime before AEW.
Oh no, I've never seen them wrestle each other, as far as I know.
Okay, so anytime after that, like I really feel like they got excellent chemistry. Like they both love the extreme. And they both can sell it. Obviously, Kenny Omega has a neck of a iron pole.
That's that Japanese style, bro.
Right. And then John Moxley, same way with him. I think they just have the best chemistry right now out of everybody that's wrestling in AEW. So this is always, like, when I see this, I feel like this is going to be my match of the night.
Listen, I think when it comes down to Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, the main thing to focus on is two people who want to strive to be the best. I think Moxley has excelled since leaving WWE. He's gotten to do his own promos. He's gotten to be invested in things. And I think he's very passionate about what he wants to do. On the flip side, you've got Kenny Omega, someone who wants to be the best in the world. And I like something Kenny said. Can you really be best in the world if you're not willing to sacrifice and be put in different type of matches? We all know Kenny Omega can wrestle a regular match and he would crush it. But a barbed wire landmine match, you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, if you've never seen it, oh shit. It's gonna be crazy. They showed some highlights tonight. Graphic warning if you have like little kids watching and stuff, like they show blood and people getting cut up. It's bad. Like, this match could be crazy bad. I don't know. I'm excited to see it kind of.
This kind of reminds me of ECW.
Yeah, they used to do those. Sabu used to be in those types of matches too. Peace, bro. BJ in the house. What's good? AEW fears Onita. Cut it out, Rob. Moxley's taking the L6 set. Oh, yeah. We'll get into that. You know, someone might need some time off for baby. Let's see here. BJ said, missed you all. Hope all is well. Sorry for checking in late. It's been a whirlwind. Planning on watching it all from the start in a bit. Thanks, BJ. I appreciate you, man.
Definitely.
Really, really happy y'all are back. BJ, I want to get you back on soon, too, man. Definitely. Both them boys walking away with scars after this match. I agree. I think backs will be cut up. Hopefully no biceps and all that will be cut up. But it's going to be a crazy match, I think. Let's get into this FTR Tully Jurassic Express match. Let me just say this. This match got a lot of pops out of me. I was happy. Number one, FTR and Tully come out in these jumpsuits straight out of the 70s mixed with the 80s, bro. They come out with the stars on the boots. FTR wearing the old school NWA tag team titles with the blue strap. Tully is rocking the old US title that he used to wear when he was in the Horsemen. And JJ Dillon comes out with them. JJ Dillon, the manager of the Four Horsemen. I told Rob, how crazy is it the night that I'm coming back to podcasting, we were talking all that Four Horsemen shit all the time. And then who shows up? JJ Dillon.
Horsemen?
Horsemen? Woo! Miss you, Rick. Anyway, Jurassic Express is out there too. In the beginning of this match, at one point, J.J. Dillon took off his shoe and gave it to Dax as a weapon. J.J. Dillon, such a little swarmy piece of so-and-so. You still want to see him get beat up. I love it. If you've never seen the old 80s stuff, this is what J.J. Dillon did as a manager. We also had Tully do the fake dive. They held open the ropes for him. Tully looked good in this match.
Yeah,
he was beating the shit out of Marko.
Tully was good.
They sat down on the ropes, held open the ropes, and Tully does like this fake dive, and then he goes, nah, and starts strutting around the ring after. I thought that was gold. I loved it. Tully did a really good job with this. Now, when we get into other parts of this match, I know we're not really talking about Jurassic Express a lot in this, because I felt like it was a showcase for Tully and the boys. But, can I just say, Jungle Boy's new music is over. That Tarzan boy, it's over, bro. I don't even want to try to do the Taz. They have Taz like every week on Dark. Just it's so bad that it's good because it's on Botchamania every week. Yeah. I love it, dude.
Just wait until the time where we actually can get fans back in the stadium or in the arena. How do you think that's gonna be when he finally wins the title and that hits?
Dude, listen, they're gonna go crazy for that song regardless because he's the man. Like, they're gonna absolutely love that song. Dude, I love that song. I think it's great. So,
courtesy of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, peace, bro. Was that in the Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
All right, I'll allow it. I always think of the there was like a toothbrush commercial that had that in it.
That was the first time I heard that song. It was in the.
I think it was a Colgate commercial, or maybe it was Scope. I don't remember.
I see Colgate.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Let me see here. Ace World, that's really good. Tully comes out of retirement for the one time and wrestles in a 6-man tag with FTR. It was great to see Tully out there. Tully Blanchard is a legend, but that old man shouldn't be wrestling. Come on now. Jocelyn said, I freaking love the jumpsuits. I'm about to riot pitchfork on Marko's stunt. Marko did his thing. You know who did really well in this match? I thought Luchasaurus stood out, though. He had a great comeback when he gets the hot tag in. He even at one point grabbed Tully had him by his throat. He even hits the tail whip on Tully. Tully put his arms up to protect himself, obviously, but it looked really good. Like, it looked snug, and it was in there. Tully goes down like a ton of bricks. Eventually, though, a dive to the floor for Jungle Boy turns into getting hit by a masked man. Who the hell was this? Where the hell did he come from? We see the spike pile driver on Luchasaurus. He takes the pinfall for the 1-2-3 here. And after the match, FTR, Tully are celebrating with J.J. Dillon, and the masked man gets into the ring, and he reveals himself to be Shawn Spears. He still has the same blonde mohawk. I hope things are different with him this time. I don't know what the purpose of him doing the quitting storyline was for him to come back. We'll see. But he was with Tully before, so this kind of makes storyline sense. I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if they're trying to put the Horsemen back together, because Arn comes out afterwards and he even throws up the 4 fingers. Right. I don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah. There definitely has to be some clarification for it, so hopefully we get that soon.
Yeah, they've been playing off of this for a while, that I'm like, what's going to happen with this? Jocelyn says his intro is better than Judas. Fight me. Hey, I'm not taking you on. Ooh. I'll let it rock.
I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know. Although I will, we do have to say this, though. That is the reason why Jurassic Express lost.
Because of the song?
Because of the hot tag.
This is true. Because for some reason, anytime someone gets a hot tag, Derek flips who's going to win the match. They're losing. I'm like, all right, Derek, next hot tag. They're winning. I'm like, oh, okay, bro.
Always happens. Always happens.
So, after this, we get to Derek's segment of the night. Tony Schiavone's out there. I love that him and J.J. Dillon had a little interaction. He got to be a smartass to him. We hear the new music, but for the one time, for everybody who's been around for a while, this might be the last time I get to sing this for a while until I do a retro review. Well, it's the Big Show, but he is Big Show no more. The Titantron says, I don't even know if you call it the Titantron, the Tron, whatever you want to call it, says no more BS. I don't know if that's Big Show or bullshit, but we'll take it.
Both.
He comes out, and he is now Paul White. Paul White has been signed to AEW to be an announcer and wrestle some matches. I think that him being on the announce table doesn't sound like it'll be too bad.
No.
Tony Schiavone introduces him, and he says that, Tony, I'm happy to be here as an announcer, and I wanted to show you that I'm taking my announcing duty seriously. And I am looking for a big scoop, and I have one. And it's not ice cream, folks. He says that at AEW Revolution, there will be a future Hall of Famer signing for AEW. Live chat. Who could it be? Derek, who do you want to see? At first I got scared because I was like, this better not be Mark Henry. Because Mark Henry said he wanted one more match. But it says a future Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer.
Who could you see showing up at AEW? I just read Sick's comment, almost choked. Chill out, Sick. Sick said you can't have the 4 horsemen without Pretty Ricky. PR said it. We can't say that. We can't say that.
Future Hall of Famer. Damn, I don't know who's gone in and who hasn't.
BJ said Ken Shamrock. Maybe.
Where is she?
Where's Stephanie? People are putting Ricky Spanish up. Ricky Spanish ain't showing up.
Nah. Ricky Spanish.
Just know that's always for Jocelyn when you guys hear that in the chat.
Yes.
Jocelyn put whispers Ricky Spanish. Let me see here. It's John Cena's music play. Is that true? And his name is John Cena. No. Jesus said CM Punk. I'm not even starting that shit. Until I see CM Punk say he signed with somewhere, I'm done with the CM Punk hype. And listen, I'm a big CM Punk fan. Actually, I have a planned review coming up for CM Punk 2011 Money in the Bank that I think people are going to love. But
I really don't know. I mean,
Brock, somebody, BJ said Brock maybe? I don't know. I have no clue who this could be at this point.
No, I don't want to see the whole locker room get suplexed.
Let's be real. If they are a future Hall of Famer, they won't be after they sign. Peace. Oh my goodness. You guys are too much in the chat. I don't know. I don't know who it's gonna be. I'm
tough.
excited to see what happens on Revolution, to see what we could do here. Next, we have the AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament Finals. We have Nyla Rose with Vicky taking on Ryo Mizunami.
Very impressed.
With who? Rio?
Yes.
Or did I say it right? Rio, I think it is.
I think it's Rio.
Ryo Mizunami was great in this match. I thought she did fine. Nyla Rose, how do I want to put this? Nyla Rose did great. I felt like Nyla Rose was a bracket buster for a lot of people. Nyla Rose beat Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, and I don't think people expected that.
Yeah.
But I thought Nyla needed to shine here. She's kind of been on the back burner for no reason.
Yes.
So I was good with it.
I mean, I don't know.
He said if it's Punk, CJ will literally shit himself. I might just take a picture of the shitty drawers and send them to you, Sick. Come on now. The whole women's tournament was dope. I agree. The Japanese bracket and the American bracket was good.
Don't ruin it for me. I gotta go back and watch that.
That's fine. I won't say another word about the previous matches. But Ryo Mizunami ends up getting the win. She hit some pretty good leg drops from inside the ring to the outside on the apron. Hits one from the second rope. Nyla does her rope hung knee drop throughout this. German suplex and a spear on Nyla for a near fall. The leg drop off the top rope was the end for Nyla Rose here. And in my mind, I felt like Mizunami couldn't just put up with this at the end of the day. She had to get the victory here. She's coming all the way over here. She's going to have to probably be here for 2 weeks after she wants to go back to Japan.
Yeah, I think it was the right play, because you're not gonna bring somebody over from Japan just to lose and then send them back.
Correct.
Like that would make no sense. That would be a waste of money.
Yep, Jocelyn said people were mad, but there was a reason Nyla won, and tonight proved it. Absolutely. Revolution is Sunday because UFC is Saturday. That is true as well. Thank you for the reminder that it is Sunday this week. Sunday.
UFC is probably going to be a week pay-per-view.
No comment on UFC for right now. I have to look at the card. Sting, we get another Sting promo. I'm sick of these every week.
It's Sting!
It's a Sting promo. He gets interrupted by Ricky Starks. Team Taz comes out. Darby Allin makes the save. Surprise.
Ricky. Spanish.
Yo, what's up with your boy Ricky Starks in them shoes?
I ain't gonna front. I actually like those.
Peace, bro.
Just saying.
Peace, bro. We have the face of the revolutionary, or I said revolutionary.
Those are dad shoes. Those are shoes I'm gonna wear.
I'm a dad. I ain't wearing those shoes.
But you're in your early 30s, bro. Wait till you turn like 40. Be West Coast and
you're not 40. Cut it out. Don't let Derek do this BS stuff here. The intern definitely just knocked something over. Cut it out. Face of the Revolution ladder match.
I know you're not in that toilet.
Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. We had 10 with -1 taking on Platinum Max. No Anthony Bowens tonight. I don't know if they mentioned where he was, but I was sad. Platinum Max, he dropped a dope freestyle on his opponent this week, and then he comes out with the freestyle rap. I thought he did really well on this. Scorpio Sky was on commentary for this. This was a match. It was okay. They were trying to advance the storyline here. What ends up happening in the finish is a boombox shot to the head from Jack Evans. Matt Hardy, what is up with Matt Hardy paying TH2 in these specific prices? $4,200. Here you go. Thank you. You did a good job, because he's trying to take out everybody in the Dark Order.
Right.
I get it, man. Six said, I just had a thought, what if it's Kurt Angle? What is Kurt Angle gonna do? That's what I'm asking. Woo. I don't think he's wrestling. Not
with that stack of diamond necks.
Nah, Kurt was looking kind of hurt. I don't see Kurt being the person. I don't know, though. Maybe. Matt pays $4,200 to Evans for smashing the boombox on Ten's head. Platinum Max in the face of the Revolution ladder match. I like it. I'm a big fan of the Acclaim. I don't care what anybody says. Hey, Zeus, I see you out there, bro. I know you're singing the Acclaim theme right now.
Not buying it, bro.
Peace, man. And we won't run down the Revolution card. We'll kind of go over this main event real quick. And then, Derek, do me a favor. Bring up that Revolution card on your phone, and we'll kind of give some quick predictions and get you guys out of here soon. Matt Hardy and Marq versus John Silver and the Hangman, Adam Page. Really fun match. I thought John Silver shined in this moment. Shout out to John Silver, who farted too during his Chris Van Vliet interview. That was me who put that in the comment section. What the hell, John Silver? But Silver looked really great in this matchup here. Hangman Page hits the buckshot lariat. They get the win. This all turned out to be a ruse, though. Matt Hardy set it up so that he would get beat down. And they're having a big money match at the pay-per-view. They talk about it, but then all of a sudden, all the tag teams start spilling out, from the Dark Order to everybody who's going to be in that tag team casino battle royal. Mayhem breaks loose, and that's how the pay-per-view goes off the air, or not the pay-per-view, the Dynamite show goes off the air. Very different to end with the tag team battle royal to close out the show.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. That's very weird. Glad Max wins. Jocelyn says somebody's calling your name. -1 is going to whoop on Matt. I wish he did, right? Deliver on the stiffest angle slams in history. Foul had the initials of this Hall of Famer. You could tell me who it is. He farted, man. Can't blame him. Sometimes they slip out. It was just so funny that it was like at that perfect time. It was just like...
Yeah.
Sorry. He was so smooth with it. Sorry. And then kept it moving.
I ain't even gonna front. I probably would have done the same thing.
Right?
I probably wouldn't apologize though.
Live chat. We're gonna go over this at the same time. Put your predictions in there, and we'll take a look at them. Where do you want to start? Let's start from the bottom and then go up.
All right. So we got the Casino Tag Team Royale.
Oh, timeout. They did announce the buy-in matchup, which is going to be Thunder Rosa and Rio versus Britt Baker and Reba.
Ooh.
That could be a good one. I feel like I want to pick Thunder Rosa and Rio.
I'm going with Thunder Rosa and Rio.
Me too. I think Reba's got to take the pen in that one.
Yeah.
But who do you got? What do you got? Casino Tag Team Battle Royal?
Yeah, Casino Tag Team Battle Royal. I forgot who's in that.
Every tag team imaginable. I'm going to go with Pac and Phoenix for the win.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, I just feel like they're going to give them a tag title shot, and I think a match against the Bucks would be dope. So that's just my random ass pick.
Yeah. Next we got Miro, Kip Sabian, Dad Bod, versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor. Chucky T.
Charles the Butler. I feel like Miro and Kip need the win more here.
I think they...
for Miro's sake.
Yeah.
This feud sucks, kind of.
It does. It's very underwhelming, and not because I'm not a fan of Kip. I just think it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
Right.
Next we got the Face of the Revolution ladder match with Cody Rhodes, Scorpio Sky, Penta
El Zero.
I can't call him that.
Give me this.
I just can't.
Penta El Zero. Let's see here. Lance Archer and Platinum Max, and there's a mystery person in this.
Let me see. Mystery.
I don't know, man. Winner gets a TNT Championship match. I feel like Archer. I'm going to say Archer for the pick. I don't have any reason why. Give me Archer.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
All right. I see people with putting their predictions in here. I see you, BJ. I see him. I'm not going to read all of these. Oh, Doug said Orange and Chucky T. Okay.
All right. Next, we got Adam Page versus Matt Hardy. Big money match.
Hangman.
Big money. I'm going with Matt.
I'm going with Hangman.
Nah, I'm going with Hangman. Just move. I like Matt, but he's got too much momentum on his side right now.
Correct. I'm with you on that. The street fight, you can't go against Darby Allin and Sting. Sting's winning his debut match. Period. I'm sorry, Team Taz.
Father and son.
Same. Seems like a layup for some of these. Tag team title match, I'm going with the Bucks to retain. Something's going to happen with Jericho and MJF.
It's going to be a hot tag. Watch.
Hikaru Shida
and then
versus Mizunami Shida.
Going with Shida. That's going to be my sleeper match. That right there is going to be my sleeper match.
Oh, Jesus says it's going to be Ethan Page as the mystery man. Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
I can see that.
All right. Next we got... and then we got the Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley exploding barbed wire death match.
Omega wins so Moxley can take time off for the baby.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. I see people saying Hangman Page, big money match, Matt. Swerves, bro, swerves. Sammy's going to cost MJF and Jericho, BJ says. I could see that happening too. I can see that. Revolution is going to be happening this Sunday. The plan is to have a review up, so make sure if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, and you guys will be the first to know when we're up doing this review. That's all I got, Derek, for tonight. You?
That's all I got.
Well, if you guys want to join us, AEW Revolution, this Sunday, we're back podcasting, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below. And for myself, for Derek, we are out, and you guys know the deal. Peace.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
What's going on, EPW Nation? It's your boys from the Everything College Basketball Podcast, Josh and Peyton, here to remind you all that college basketball season is right around the corner. Yes, we finally know it's right around the corner. And Peyton, there's only one place people should go for all the college basketball excitement.
Well, Josh, the only place to find all college basketball hoops all the time is Everything College Basketball. Everything College Basketball can be listened to on several podcast hosting sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And we can also be found on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Everything College Basketball.
Yes, make sure you are joining the group with a couple other 100 people and growing by the day as we march into year number 3 of the Everything College Basketball networking systems. Now, let's get back to Conrad and Everything Pro Wrestling.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.